DeMarcus, and the
That's what they
D
call me.
stands for donkey. That's the
Nah,
only D
nah, nah.
word that I can think of right now. Oh my God, what are you drinking?
This is a hard ginger beer.
Oh, so it's alcohol.
Yeah.
Mm. So
Hmm.
was it a tough day at work today?
No. Today's the first day of a sprint. If you work in like tech or whatever, you know what that means. It just we work in 2 week increments. So if you get a project, you'll have 2 weeks to work on that project, and then you'll be given something else the next 2 weeks, theoretically. A lot of times it just ends up being like the same project rolling over because you're not finished with it and you need 2 more weeks to get it done. So on every other Monday is the first Monday of a sprint where we do our sprint planning, any other
For the two
meetings that come
weeks.
up. Hmm?
For the
Every two
two
weeks, yeah.
weeks. Okay.
Every 2 weeks. That's what happens.
But
So
this is like everybody in like your industry. This is just your workplace, right?
every everybody in my industry doesn't work this way.
Mm.
Some people work in 1 week sprints, some people work in 3 week sprints, some people don't have an agile workflow, which is what we have, agile-ish, which is basically like you work on something, you get it to a point of completion, test it, you iterate on it, get the results from the test, iterate on it, and do the whole cycle again. And most places are agile-ish because they skip a lot of steps or they do one part more than the other. And I feel like I've come to learn that no one does agile the way it's meant to be done. Some places, the only reason I bring that up, some places are lean places where you just work on something until it's done. When I worked at Expedia, that's how it was. We worked on, you have a project, we spent maybe like January till August working on, or August to like the following January. So not the next January, the one after that, working on something. I don't know. Either way, it was a long ass time, and I don't know if I really, I don't know if I think I like agile better because working that way is like no one does any real work until those last like 2 months, and then everybody's stressed out, and I'm like, I can't handle this.
So basically, the one I'm hearing is nobody works correctly. And you're mad at the entire industry.
I'm not mad. No, it's just this is just the way it is. Like I think my industry is still like a pretty young industry, so whenever someone comes out with like a new framework or new ideas, everybody wants to like jump on it, i.e., AI. People like want to jump on new things, and we try them out. People discover that this new thing is not as great as we thought it was, and some people make adjustments and keep using it. Other people leave it alone.
Mm,
Agile is one of those ideas, and everybody has adjusted it in their own way. Every company, rather.
mm. So another thing that happened is your
Mm-hmm.
big birthday started. And how was your weekend?
It was good, man. Went to this place in Oakland called Farmhouse Thai. It was delicious. Family style food. We had like the volcano noodles, which were like the best thing. They were serving like a big ass ramen cup. Everybody can get a little bit of
Mm.
it. They were a little spicy. It was delicious.
It's
I
called
tried the
Firestone Thai.
no
Uh,
farmhouse Thai.
Thai, and I'm looking it up right now.
Okay, do your thing.
I like
I
food, right?
I also tried like the oxtail
Ooh,
oxtail curry they had, and that one wasn't as good. Well, it wasn't bad. It was just a lot of cardamom, which is not my thing. I can't.
cardamom.
They could have did cardamom. It's a spice.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, too much cardamom because that's all I tasted. Couldn't even taste the ox.
Mm.
And then we had crab fried rice, which is like a a Thai specialty. So that was good.
So it was like family style.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
I'm on their website. They don't have like a menu or pictures. It just says like maybe I have to go to a
So they
place.
have They have like a paper menu. They had a paper menu that was like the regular things that they have, I guess, all the time. And there was like, oh, scan this menu to see our special. And the specials had like a whole list of shit. They had like
Mm,
special drinks, they had special dishes. And I was like, huh. I was like, why did I just, I don't know.
nice.
It was good though. I enjoyed it. Then we went to the
Okay.
club. Went to the club. The club was fun.
White club or
Snuck in
black
the
club?
VIP. Snuck in the VIP. Got kicked out of VIP.
Oh
Um,
no.
hey, we weren't supposed to be here in the first place.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. We danced. Somebody spilled a beer on me,
Oh
and then we went
no.
home. Yeah, I
Did
know, right? Sucks.
did you fight him?
No, I mean, no. I was walking through the dance floor with a beer in my hand. It's like I was taking a
Mm.
risk.
Oh. So you were asking for it.
I'll say that. I have started receive. I have started to receive birthday gifts. My team took me out for lunch. They got me
Okay.
some cakes, some little cakes from this like cake place where we do everyone's birthday. They surprised me, and I was wondering. I thought they weren't going to be able to surprise me. I thought they were going to wait till after my birthday because we've done like we had on our team like I want to say October and November are like 4 or 5 out of 7 people's birthdays on my team. So like everybody's birthday is sort of like, a week apart or whatever. So I
Hmm.
was like, there's no way they're going to be able to surprise me with this because I've been a part of the surprise at least 3 times at this point. And then all right, we were having like a legit work meeting. We were talking about something and then they just cut out the lights and started singing. I was like, y'all pulled it off. Y'all really did that.
Yeah.
Um,
They sent the email.
hmm?
I said they sent the
Hmm.
email that you couldn't
Yeah.
open.
Had a little secret group. I know how it goes. I know how the planning goes for these things.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they had me
So
3 little cakes and they were really, really cute.
so they didn't do that on
I'll
your
post
birthday.
some
They
up.
just did it like today or whatever.
Because we don't
Okay.
we don't go into the office on Tuesdays.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
nice.
And then my friend sent me a gift. Let me go grab it. This is from my friend Piera. I haven't even opened it yet. I just got home and it just arrived today.
Ooh, so we can open it together.
Yep. Me and the fans and Jared. So obviously it's 2 vinyls. These are 2 records. And I know because I order a bunch of records and they all come in the same like little case. And the first record is oh shit. This is the Damn album. Oh, okay. This is Kendrick Lamar's Damn album on vinyl.
Okay.
And it's got like the red cover on the front, green cover on the back. Because
Are
remember he
they
released it.
like how are they different?
Um, he released the red cover as like the main album, and then was like, oh, there's a secret album, blah 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 blah. And it turns out and then he released the other one, which is just like the same album, just backwards. Like the songs were in
Mm,
opposite order.
okay.
And it's definitely a different story if you listen to the music backwards. Is it enough for me to say it's a different album? Nah. But he's a creative. And the
Okay.
other album is oh shit. This is DS2. This is Dirty Sprite 2 by your boy Future Hendrix. Yo, the City Boy King. But I was on this album so heavy when it came out.
What's your favorite track?
My favorite track, probably the first joint on here. Thought It Was a Drought.
Yeah.
That I just fucked your bitch in some Gucci flip flops.
Oh, okay. Because I
I
don't know these
just
songs.
I just met 2 bitches and I made them lip lock. Yeah.
So,
So my album collection is a lot of contemporary music, a lot of trap music. Your daddy had the Supremes and saying the Temptations on vinyl. I got Future and Kendrick Lamar because that's what I grew up listening to.
so just to let you know, I do know who your Secret Santa is, and we're talking about your gift right now.
Hmm.
I told her to wait on purchasing whatever she's getting until,
Hmm.
you know, Black Friday, which is, or Cyber Monday.
So now I
If
know it's a woman.
Well, you know, it's not Eli. I didn't contact Eli. I'm not gonna contact Lorante, and Gordon would tell me who it is. So it's one of those women.
Hmm, 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 hmm.
um, so yeah, I did do that. And if she doesn't give you what you need, then I'm just get it for you.
Okay.
So
What I
yeah.
need.
It's gonna be your birthday and your Christmas gift because I'm broke right now.
Mm.
But yeah, if she doesn't get you what you need, and it's not what you need, it's what you need to stay on this podcast and to be an actual contributor of this
I am a
podcast.
contributor.
No.
I am the second best contributor.
Yeah, but you know, there was some revelations recently that really got me thinking like, wow, wow. So just to let you know, I think that I will have it for you next. Oh, you're not gonna be here next week.
I am not. I'm gonna be
Oh
in
wow.
Costa Rica, the rich
Costa
Costa.
Rica. So Demarcus, I'm getting into your business a little bit. How much was this trip? Because okay, let me go back. How long are you there? Is it a whole week?
A week,
So it's
7 days,
Thursday to Thursday.
Saturday to Saturday.
Oh, okay.
I leave
But
after
you leave
Thanksgiving.
on Thursday.
No, I leave after. I leave after Thanksgiving. I leave like Friday night.
Okay. Okay. And how much was it?
It was enough to make me think twice about doing it.
So over 500.
Way over. Way
Over
over.
1,000?
Way over.
Over 2,000?
Yeah,
Wow. That's a cruise.
that's a cruise.
Yeah.
A cruise, I would have only spent like $500.
I mean, you go on Carnival, the BYOB cruises. So, but I
Yeah.
mean, that's a cruise during Black Friday sales.
For how long? For 7 days?
Yeah, for 7 days.
Oh, I've never been on a 7 day cruise. I don't think I would go on a 7 day cruise. I don't want to be on a boat that long.
Mm.
Like even this trip being 7 days, it's like it's beyond pushing it for me because when I travel, 5 days max, and on day five, like we're leaving.
Okay. Okay. So you spend a lot of money. You have to enjoy yourself. It's like
I
me with
am.
this. It's like me with this water. I have to drink it because I bought it, even though it was 3 packs for $10. I have to
Yeah.
drink it because I'm not going to waste no water.
Whenever I go on vacation, I don't go on vacation and be like, all right, I'm gonna spend all my money getting here. I'm gonna just figure out what I'm gonna do once I get there. No. If I go on vacation, it's like I got enough money to go, and then I got
Hmm.
enough money to spend once I get there. To where like while I'm there, I can do what I want. It ain't like
Hmm.
it ain't like something come up unless it's like ridiculous, like within reason. Like unless I can go out there. Like when I travel, I can like, oh, if I want to go out to dinner, I can do that. If I want to go to this club, I can do that. If I want to go on like this little excursion, I can do that.
So you got the money.
I
Is
hate this
basically what you're
narrative. I hate
saying.
that narrative. I hate that narrative because no, I do not have the money. For the record, I do not have the money. I'm broke like everybody else. I
No,
just
you're not.
manage
You're
my money
doing
very well.
okay. Sure. Um.
Living paycheck to paycheck.
All right. Yeah. Sure. Yes. But you're also going on vacation. You also have two girlfriends. You also
I only have one girlfriend.
went to another vacation because you went to Hampton last month, and the month for that
I've
you
been
went
paying for
to.
these vacations all year. It wasn't like lump sum drops. I didn't just
Oh,
like drop money on this stuff and go. I was like, no, I've been paying it all year.
all right, but
Fifty dollars here, $100 there.
that's more than what most people can do. You gotta understand that.
Mm, okay, it's not that I don't believe that, and I know I have been broker before. I have been more
Hmm.
broke than I am now,
Hmm.
and I wasn't going on 3 vacations then. I went on one, and it's because I saved whatever money I could to be able to go.
All right, all right. I get it. I get it. So you're going here by yourself. Is
By
Costa
myself.
Rica one of those U.S. territory situations, or
I think Costa Rica is another country.
okay, okay? I'm not sure. You may be correct. Are you looking it up right now?
Yep.
um, are you at all scared?
No.
Oh, okay, okay. Because I would be
Yes. Costa
scared.
Rica is a Central American country.
So, like the cartel.
I mean, maybe, but it's an island, so I don't think it's like super valuable for the cartel. Because like, why am I moving shit to this island and then having to pay extra to like paying extra to move it to this island and paying extra to move it back to somewhere else?
According to International Living, it's 38 on the Peace Index out of 136 countries. So it's pretty safe.
Mm-hmm.
It's 38.
Yeah, they said they ain't gonna have that bullshit around there when they got that tourism going on. You know, Costa Rica tourism country.
Costa
And
Rica
if it
has a
ain't safe, folks ain't gonna come, especially white folk.
well, white folks continuously go to Mexico. That's not safe. It says Costa Rica has a reputation for being a peaceful nation and doesn't even have a military. So okay, okay, it's good.
Hmm.
It's good. Um, so like if something happens because you don't speak the language, are there people
They speak English
there?
in Costa Rica.
They speak English in it in Costa Rica?
I mean, they speak.
Or
I'm sure
the
their national language is something else, but they speak English as well.
okay, so like they speak English like how Italians speak English and how like Mexicans speak English, like it's like a half they learn it in school, something like that.
I don't know, but I know the folks that I'm working with speak English and write English pretty well. So
Okay, 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 okay. So like you going because you said it's like a camp, but then you said that there's like two hotels. So like, are you gonna go off the resort kind of? I'm not sure.
we're in this town called Tamarindo.
Okay.
Um, and they're going to be driving us to a beach to learn to surf. And Tamarindo is also on the beach, so we can like just the surfboard rental is included in the price or whatever, so we can just grab a surfboard and like walk out to the beach.
Okay.
Um, so am I going to be? There's no like resort. These are just hotels in the town or in the city. So like as soon as I walk out of the hotel, I'm off the resort.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not like it's I'm gonna get the local experience, I guess, or kind of.
And are you planning on like walking around some?
Yeah, but see,
Okay.
I know we're gonna have early call times
Mm-hmm.
for like the first surf lesson. I think is like at 6 a.m. every day, Monday through Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not gonna be up late, just like hanging out.
I mean, hopefully you don't hang out, but like besides surfing in the morning, because they give you surf, then they give you breakfast. What happens like after that? Like what goes on after surfing and breakfast?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna see. I know they have like a yoga. They have like yoga classes, but you got to pay for each yoga class separately. And I'm just like, I'm not doing that. I can do yoga in my room. I can
Mm-hmm.
like look that shit up on YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. So are you gonna like walk around? Are you gonna like experience the town of Tamarino or stay in
Of
your room?
course.
Okay.
I
Okay.
was just looking at the map. They got a little night market out there. I'm gonna probably check that out.
Mm,
You know, I'm gonna do my
okay.
thing.
Well, DeMarcus, I really hope you stay safe. Um, I really, really, really hope that you stay safe
Oh,
for
I will. Thank you, Jared. I love you too,
this
man.
trip. I mean, love didn't have anything to do with this, but
Yeah, do.
I hope you don't die because we need to continue making this podcast. It's not a you thing, it's a me thing because we need to continue making this podcast. So
I know. I know.
it's not a you
You're
thing.
you're ashamed of your feelings. You're afraid to be vulnerable. I know Jared.
No, it's not that at all. I have invested in this podcast and I really need for it to continue. And I don't need you to die yet. So
Jared, how are you
don't
doing?
die. I'm
What
doing
have you got
fine.
planned for the holidays?
My God, for the holidays.
Yeah, for Thanksgiving. It's
For
Thursday.
Thanksgiving, I'm cooking macaroni and cheese.
Oh, you
Some
making the mac and cheese?
Yeah, some garlic, Parmesan mashed potatoes. I'm cooking a
Oh, that's an
balsamic
honor
vinaigrette.
to have the wait before you move on to the rest of the list. It's an honor to be able to cook the mac and cheese at a Black Thanksgiving. That ain't nothing they give lightly.
I
You got
mean,
to
nobody
prove
else cooks
yourself.
it,
You got to make a few mac and cheeses beforehand.
and I've done that. Nobody else cooks it like me. Everybody loves my mac and cheese in my family, at least. Even when I
Hmm.
bring it outside of the family, they love it. So, I mean, it's no biggie.
You
I
ain't made
make
us
it.
no mac and cheese though.
I mean, we never had like a potluck. We never had like anything like that. So, we always go
You
out.
could have just brought us mac and cheese anytime. You don't need a reason.
So, okay. The next time we do a live podcast taping, I'm gonna bring a pan of mac and cheese next time, and
That's
you
all
just
I
bring the
asked.
wine.
That's all I asked.
Okay. Okay. I'll do it when when you get back. So I am doing that. I'm also cooking balsamic vinaigrette chicken, and some cornbread.
Okay.
Um, and
Okay.
and I think my mom's doing the rest. Oh, I'm also doing green beans. But yeah,
You're so domestic.
yeah, I am. I'm like the perfect house husband. In case anybody wants to lock me down, I'm like perfect. Um, but yes, I am doing that. I am also playing Octopath Traveler 2. Okay, so like my core group, their stories are complete. And then I shut off the game and I started playing Diablo 4. Um,
Okay.
Diablo 4 was 40%
What do you mean the
off.
stories are complete on the Octo Traveler?
On Octopath Traveler 2, there are 8 characters, and each
Mm-hmm.
character has their own story. So
Mm-hmm.
so the 4 characters in my party, their stories are
Mm-hmm.
complete. Now I have to
Mm-hmm.
switch out uh you know my A party, not I have to switch out, B party members in my A party group,
Oh,
and I gotta do
gotcha.
their story to complete the full tale. So yeah. Um So I'm about to do that, but I am putting a pause on that game and I've started playing Diablo 4 on PC because it was 40% off. And yeah, I'm playing that on
So how
PC.
you buying shit 40% off, but yet you be talking shit about me when I want it for free? A deal is a deal.
DeMarcus, you want stuff to be handed to you, but you got to work for some stuff that you want. Okay. All right. So I'm
Okay.
playing Diablo 4. It's Gordon's recommendation, and I'm playing that because it was 40% off. Um, but yeah, yeah. That's what I'm gonna be doing for the next 2 weeks. So when you get back, we're gonna have a lot to talk about, hopefully.
Okay.
Something I want to put you on, and I gotta pull it up because I don't really know if I know the name of it. It's on
Mhm.
HBO Max. It is animated, but it's not anime. I don't know
Mhm.
where it was made. I only have 3 episodes left because I have to watch it on and off. It's called Scavenger's Reign.
Mm.
Um, a lot of Black content creators on Instagram and TikTok have been telling me to go watch it. And I was like, okay. I mean, because I saw it, I
They were
saw
telling
that.
you specifically. Like they were like, Jared, we know you'll fuck with.
No, I mean, they were telling like everybody.
Okay.
Um, but I saw the trailer. I was like, I'm not interested. I'm not interested. Then all of these Black content creators said, you should watch it. So I watched the first episode. And I got in there, and after watching so much anime, I was like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
this animation isn't doing it for me already. Off rip. I'm ready to turn this off. But it's so interesting.
Okay.
Quiet, like it's quietly interesting. Like
Quietly interesting.
it has. So the premise is this cargo ship gets stranded in orbit, and people jump down to see if they can do something. I don't know why they left the ship.
Mm-hmm.
And they get stuck on the planet. And 44 days later is when we enter in the story.
Mm-hmm.
And it shows how they have adapted to the world by
Mm-hmm.
using their very unique fauna and flora to enrich their lives.
Okay.
It is extremely unique. It's quiet. The first episode was quiet. Like there was a lot of talking, and you got to see these animals and these plants and how they use them in their lives. It's weird, but it's interesting. Like you can't have your phone during the show because you're gonna miss something.
Okay.
Um,
But it's not in English. It's in
no, it's in English. It's
okay.
definitely in
Oh,
English.
but you can't look away.
You can't look away because you will miss something. Like at least on that
You just
first
said it's quiet.
episode.
It's a lot of talking.
I mean, you'll
So I'm
miss
gonna miss
something
they lips moving.
visually. Like if you're looking away, you'll miss something visually.
Okay. I hear
It's
you.
it's really, really, really good. The animation isn't the best because we watch Mappa Productions and all that stuff. It's not up to that part,
Mhm.
but the storytelling in this one is definitely top tier triple A. Um, yeah, yeah,
I got you.
it's really, really, really good how they use this flora and fauna, and like each person is on a different part of the world, so they're not around each
Oh, they're
other.
not
So
all in the same place.
no, so you got these two right here, they're together. You got this
Uh-huh.
one person right here, he's stuck in a tree. You got this
Okay.
one over here, she's a black woman, and her companion is a robot. And
Okay.
it it really is a very interesting story. The person over here with the robot, she's a black person. She's a black character with an English accent. And
Right.
the
She's
robot,
a brick.
yeah, the robot that she has, thanks to the and like I don't know, it's like a fungi or something got into his circuitry and is
Mm-hmm.
giving the robot a different type of sentience. Like the robot will start singing, or the robot will start being like, "No, I didn't grow these plants for you. I grew it for them." So like she's always like,
Mm.
"What's going on?" And um how their relationship evolves and contracts and expands is very interesting. So yeah, this show is really, really, really interesting, and I really think that y'all should watch it. It's called Scavengers Reign. Let me see if I got that right. Yeah, Scavengers
I,
Reign on HBO Max. It's an HBO Max original.
hmm I've seen that one a few times, and I just never gave it a shot.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, that's how
Like,
I was too. That's exactly how I was too. I'm like, okay, no, I'm not gonna give this a shot. I got too much stuff to watch. And
right,
then,
right. My plate is full.
yeah, my plate is full, but yeah, it's good. It's really good. It's really, really, really good.
What anime have you been enjoying? Have you been enjoying? What of your regular anime have you really been enjoying?
Mm, the anime you were talking about,
Shangri-La Frontier?
no, not Shangri-La Frontier. I haven't started that one yet.
Good God, Jared.
I don't think I want to start that one actually.
Man, but it's so good.
Is
You
it
don't really like it.
funny? Because
It's funny.
it sounds like it's a lot of fan service, there's a lot of jokes. I like action and death. Like
Yeah.
that other one you was talking about the witches. Now that's good. That's good. That's a good anime right there. That is
That's
a real good anime.
a
Like I
good
can't
anime right
believe you
there.
didn't tell me about that anime. That's a great anime right there.
Okay. Okay. All right.
What's it called again? Kingdom of Ruin? Yeah, Kingdom
Kingdom
of
of
Ruin.
Ruin. Kingdom of Ruin.
That's good. Now that's a good anime. Now that's my type of anime. And like Scavenger's Reign, it just seems like another fun type of happy-go-lucky Tony Stark, Peter Parker anime. It seems like a DeMarcus anime.
It's not happy go lucky. I mean, he ran into some shit, you know. Like he discovers he discovers this in-game event that no one else has discovered, but like there are a lot of organizations that are set up specifically to unlock this event. And so like in the beginning, somebody takes this picture and posts them like all over the web, and like folks start chasing this man. I mean, they are at him, and it's good. It's a real good story.
I mean, I still might give it a try. I still might give it a try. I actually might.
Once you do it, I'll be done with it.
Yeah, yeah. Is it dubbed at all?
Not yet.
Okay. Um, I have also been really, really, really enjoying what's the gluttony? Gluttony.
Mm, um, shit. I can't think of no names today. Berserker of Gluttony.
Berserk of Gluttony. Yeah, I've really been enjoying that. Um, so let me ask you, is you know how like the video game elements in Berserk of Gluttony, does that show up in the anime you were just talking about?
Yeah. Like they'll have like some status screens pop up that sort of like explain what's going on or
Mm-hmm.
explain different things in the show. But I wouldn't say it's overwhelming.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I do like that stuff. Like and I got turned into a slime. I do
Uh-huh.
like that stuff a lot. But so I really, really, really been enjoying Berserk of Gluttony. Um I have dibbled in the Freyrin. I think I watched the first 4 episodes of Freyrin. It's not a Jared anime.
It's too slow.
Yeah.
I like Fearing because it's so peaceful.
Yeah, no, I
I
don't like
love
it.
that anime because it's not boring. Like there's plenty of action,
It's
there's
not
plenty of fights
boring.
in that anime, and it just brings me peace when I watch it because like it just feels nice.
I mean, they were cleaning up a beach for a year. I mean, come on, man. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. They were cleaning up a
But they
beach.
also fought a dragon.
Okay, I didn't get that far yet.
They also fought like this demon lord that broke his seal or whatever, that escaped from the seal.
Oh, I did get that far. That was such a weak fight. That was like only like 2 moves. He
But
did something, then they did something.
I think I think it just added so much to the story. It
I'm
gave you a
definitely.
perspective about like how the world that they live in works, which I really enjoyed.
Are you watching that subbed or dubbed?
Subbed.
Yeah, I'm watching that dubbed because I'll be looking away. I'll be looking
I'm watching
away
that.
during that one. So I do watch
Okay.
that one dubbed. Those are my 2 main anime. I still haven't gotten into Shield Hero season 3 yet. I really want to get into that one.
That
How
one's
is
good.
that?
It's good. It's mm, I appreciate this season because the Shield hero is finally getting his just desserts. He's finally getting the respect he deserves.
Mm-hmm.
And like the other heroes have like fallen out of favor for like various reasons. Some of them going crazy. And it's like, and you know how he has like the curse series for his shield?
Mm-hmm.
Like one of the other heroes has unlocked their curse series as well. So it's getting good. It's getting more complex.
And see
It's
again.
starting to it's starting to lean kind of what you call that? It's starting to lean kind of like harem, which I don't like. Not I don't like harem anime, it's just I didn't expect this to be one.
Hmm. And then
Like if
again,
I'm watching harem anime, it's because I chose that, not because I like watch something I enjoy and it just made a harem.
yeah, a lot of fan service. Yeah, that one did have a lot of fan service. But then again, season 1 of Shield Hero, he's accused of rape. Nobody likes him. He got the worst weapon. It was like all these things were stacked up against him. Now he's the #1 hero. Everybody respects him.
Hmm.
He's
I would
respected in
say
the
number one.
kingdom.
He's respected where he lives. He's respected in his kingdom. When he go anywhere else, they still be like, shield hero.
I mean, I still gotta watch it. I still
They're not
also
actively throwing rocks at him no more, but they still like turning their nose up.
see. I liked it when they were doing rocks at them. I liked it. Like that's what made me enjoy the show.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I also haven't watched season 3 of The Devil is a Part Timer.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard of that one?
Mm-hmm. I tried
Yeah,
to watch it. I didn't enjoy it.
yeah. The Devil is a Part Timer. That one is just a little treadmill type of anime that I can watch. Like, I mean, doesn't really do nothing but keep my mind off of what's actually going on in the world. But yeah,
Mm.
those are anime. Oh, and I still gotta watch season 2 of Tokyo Ghoul, which
Mm.
looked like
You'll
it's
enjoy season 2. Season 3 of Tokyo Ghoul Re, no good. No bueno.
okay. I really want to finish Full Metal Alchemist by 2024.
How are you not done with this anime?
I haven't started yet
How are you not even starting and you trying to finish it?
because I'm going to start it. Like it's like 26 episodes, right? It's not
I
long.
don't know. I
Let's
don't know.
see. How many episodes is Full Metal Alchemist? Oh, 64.
Mm-hmm.
64.
Your ass better put some respect on it.
And is there is there a Full Metal Alchemist and a Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood?
You only need to watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Why?
Why?
Yeah. Oh, so there's 51 episodes of Full Metal Alchemist and 64 episodes of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But Full Metal Alchemist, the No Brotherhood, Full Metal Alchemist, it's like it goes off the rails. It gets away from the manga story, and it's just like, what are we watching at a certain point? It's like there's so many twists and turns. They try to introduce so much stuff back into it
With a
and
lot of
create characters
fillers.
and whatnot, and it's like you don't even know how to wrap this up anymore, so you just end it.
I mean, I don't mind fillers because I watch all the Boruto. Boruto is like 300 episode long anime. The manga is like 64.
Ugh.
64 chapters. So it's full of fillers. So I don't really mind fillers, especially when they're done good, like they were done in Boruto, but I don't know. I just I watched Boruto. I watched Attack on Titan this year. I mean, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. I'm going to
Okay, you
try.
ready to get this episode started?
Ready as I ever will be. So the Marcus is tired of this talk. Let's go ahead and move to the next section of this podcast on today's episode of Black Geek Energy.
BGEN.
Therapy did not work for me, and let me tell y'all about it. So I had to attend therapy through my old job, and it was horrible. I had this Russian intern who was my therapist, and she was not relatable at all. Then we both had a language barrier that we had to go through every time we talked. Also, she made me come to our therapy sessions at 4 p.m. on Fridays. And I had to drive through downtown Atlanta traffic while it was in its peak. Now, I have said on this podcast that I'm not going to therapy again, and that I just need people to tell me what their therapist says to them so I can use their advice on myself. But you know what? I may have to rethink that. Y'all, BetterHelp is an online counseling service that allows you to connect to a licensed therapist from the comfort of your own home, or boat, or cruise ship, car, or wherever you may be. The best part is you can switch therapists at any time, and you have full access to virtual sessions through text, phone, and video conferencing. No matter what you're going through, BetterHelp has a professional who can help. And because you're a listener to Black Geek Energy, you could get 10% off your first month by visiting betterhelp.com/BGEpod. That's betterhelp.com/BGEpod for 10% off your first month. So go ahead, take care of your mental health today. Check out BetterHelp, and let's get back to the show.
Adventure time. Come on, grab your friends. Let's go to a very distant land with Jake the dog and Finn the human boy. It's adventure time.
That's not the words, but okay, I'll take it.
Yes, it
We're go.
is.
No, the fun will never end. Adventure time. That's how it ends. So, yeah,
No.
we are going to the land of Ooh, the land of Ooh, to talk about Finn the human, Jake the dog, Princess Bubblegum, Ice King, and Marceline. They are the main characters that we're going to discuss for today's episode. I'm not going to get too deep in the lore of this show because I don't know if y'all have seen it in
I mean,
um
Adventure Time been out for years. We getting into everything. Whether you've
well
seen it or not.
we're gonna see what we can do in like 30 minutes or so. but um but yeah, we're gonna talk about the main characters, talk about if you should watch Adventure Time or why you should watch Adventure Time. We're also going to discuss the latest incarn why can't I say words? The latest
Incarnate
incarnation?
Fiona and Cake.
Is that it? Incarnation?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why do I feel like it's incarceration? Like what happens when you're in jail?
That's
You're
incarcerate.
incarcerated. Okay. Never mind. The latest incarnation of this show, um, Fiona and Cake. So let's start with Finn the human. Finn the human, he is a human in this world. There are many humans in this world. This world, the land of Ooo, is filled with
Isn't he the
uh
last human?
yeah, I think so. I definitely think so. This world is like a fantasy world. It's filled with all sorts of things. You see strawberries walking around, you see puffs of fire working around, you see candy working around. There's a whole candy kingdom. And this is a good show. And let's just go back a little. This show was on Cartoon Network. It started in 2009. Um, and it really, because I was fully grown in 2009. Like I was graduating college by then.
Yeah.
So
We know you were like 34 in 2009. We get it. Continue.
so totally got me off my um
Don't cut that silence out. That was a good one.
no, because I was thinking about, uh a firing range and a noose, the hangman coming at your house.
Wow.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
so did
Black
that
Black
guy ever
Crime,
visit
Jared.
you?
That's what we on.
Did,
What?
did, did that guy ever visit you last week when we talked?
Oh nah.
He he
Nah, I'm
he didn't
past
come
that.
come through?
I'm past that, brother.
Okay, well,
We all good.
okay.
That's last
Anyway,
week. Be where your feet are.
anyway, Finn was born on Hub Island, one of the last human settlements of the planet. This is a fantastical world. It's like how do I describe? Ooh, it's like um video gamey
It's
and Dungeon and Dragony and fantasy
it's the land
and
of magic and
yes,
mischief.
it's definitely a land of magic and mischief. Yeah. Um, so he was the son of Martin. Martin was a leading scientist on this island of Minerva. You don't need to know that. You need to know about Foon. Um, although Martin has tried to go clean for the sake of his family, he actually cheated um, in the past and returned, escaping with the infant Finn.
Wait,
So,
what?
yeah, yeah, Martin was a cheater.
Martin?
Yep,
That's that's the
Finn's
Ice
dad.
King, right?
No, that's Finn's dad.
That's Simon. Okay.
Yeah, Simon's the Ice King.
I don't think I ever seen Finn's dad. I remember those they was advertising about like, oh, we get to meet Finn's dad in these
Mhm.
episodes, but I never saw him.
Yeah, yeah.
But his name is
Well,
Martin, and
his
he was
name is
cheating on
Martin.
Finn's mom, and
Mhm.
he brought Finn to the land of Ooo.
Yeah.
How
So
did he do that?
he he took Finn, um, the woman that he cheated on Finn with, um,
Wait, did he cheat on Finn or did he cheat on Finn's mom?
I mean Finn's mom with, he took the child, escaped with the infant Finn. Um, Martin went to the sea, but accidentally targeted by a giant robotic guardians of the human islands.
Mm-hmm.
Then the two were separated.
Mm.
Mhm. So Finn washed up on the shores of Ooo, which is the magical part, that was growing out of the ruins of human society that wiped out 1,000 years ago in the
Mm-hmm.
Great Mushroom War. There he was taken in by Josh and Margaret, who were talking dogs, and then he met Jake. And then they
His little
started adventure.
brother.
Yeah, yeah. So um Jake is, well, okay. Jake is Finn's little brother. He has these stretchy powers. So he can
Mm-hmm.
stretch like fantastic plastic man, but he is much more imaginative with his powers. Like in one scene, he totally encapsulates Finn and he becomes a Jake suit, and he will, you know, become like weapons for Finn, and he'll become like, vehicles for Finn, making sure
Mm-hmm.
that Finn, has the greatest time ever in Adventure Time. So in Oop, I mean. So yeah, that's Jake, a little aside by Jake. But Finn and Jake start adventuring. What happens was, when his adopted parents die, um, when Finn is 11 years old, he moved away from the family home with Jake, to find their own place in the world. So that's how we started adventuring in Ooo.
Okay.
Following
Okay.
in their parents' footsteps, Finn and Jake become adventurers focused on the power of good. So the first few seasons center around this time period of Finn's life, as he becomes one of the most recognizable heroes in Ooo. He befriends a lot of various princesses, um, and defeats a lot of the enemies, and meets the Ice King. So yeah, this 11-year-old time that
Mm-hmm.
we first are introduced to Finn.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Along with the Ice King and Marceline and everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, Jared, how long did you watch Adventure Time before you started to realize like these apocalyptic undertones on the show? Because for me, it was like I watched it for a minute because I just thought it was gonna be like this crazy kid show. I was like, oh, okay, this is cool and interesting.
So I binged it.
Oh, damn.
Adventure Time, it wasn't over, but it was like
It was
beginning to be
deep.
over. It's like the last season, so I just went ahead and binged it. And by the
Mm,
time I finished binging, it was like the last season.
hmm
Um, I I, I didn't know anything about Adventure Time, so I went in there cold turkey.
hmm
And the stuff from the past where it was like, okay, this is her.
Hmm.
Like that kind of crept up on me.
Right, because they sprinkle it throughout. It's like a little bit here and there until they start really having flashbacks, especially with Marceline and Simon.
Yeah, yeah, with Marceline and Simon.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, let me just finish up Jake right quick. There's not a lot more to
Hmm.
do. Um, I want to talk about one of the most compelling times in Adventure Time, was how the characters, especially Finn, aged with each season. So by the time season three ended, Finn was turning 14 and becoming more conflicted, well, becoming a more conflicted character. It became obvious by that time that Princess Bubblegum wasn't romantically interested in him. So he started
But he
seeing,
liked that bubble gum. But he was, yo, if give me that bubble gum was a person, it was
yeah,
Finn.
yeah, he was really fiending for Princess Bubblegum,
That
but
bubble gum. Give me that bubble gum.
and then like it was weird because Princess Bubblegum looks Finn's age, but she's like over 100.
Is she?
Yeah,
Huh.
he's been princess for a long time. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So
But Finn was getting around though. That man was fucking with all the princesses, low key. High
yeah,
key.
yeah.
High
Um,
key for certain ones.
After Bubblegum wasn't interested, he started seeing the Flame Princess, who was Phoebe, and his sense of good helped turn her in-universe alignment from like evil, like her
Hmm.
dad and like her the rest of her kingdom, to like a
Hmm.
kind of chaotic neutral. Um,
And I
and
think that that was a mess from the jump. Cause like how you gonna be with fire, bro?
mhm,
Like she
yeah,
is a living flame.
yeah.
And
I mean,
I remember watching the episodes and they would like be trying to kiss and he like burning his lips. I'm just like, bro, this is not gonna work. What are
yeah,
y'all gonna like when he turned 14, he ready to stick something? What is he gonna do?
yeah.
Burn his dick off?
I mean, hopefully he wasn't thinking about that, but that was
Nah, not
really
at that
like
age.
that was really like a rogue gambit type of situation going on. Like they couldn't even touch. They just had to love each other in close proximity. Yeah.
You know what? I think I know some women who really fuck with that though. They be like, yo, like they love each other, but can never like touch. Oh, it's so sweet, it's so romantic. I know some girls that'll eat that up.
Really? No, I gotta touch.
Exactly.
Gotta
If we
touch that.
ain't touching, like what are we doing? What are we? Why are we here?
Yeah, we just friends. But you touch your
Over there
friends.
sitting on the edge of my bed with your arms folded, tossing you shy, girl.
Anyways, um, another thing during this time around he was 14, Martin came back.
Mm-hmm.
So he faced an unexpected challenge of in the return of his father. So Finn rescued him from a cosmic prison and was disheartened to learn that Martin was a common criminal. So he re-embraced his common ways, and Martin eventually left Finn to be doomed in that prison, universally costing Finn one of his arms. And that's why Finn
Oh,
doesn't
I
have
feel
it
like I
anymore.
do remember this.
Yeah, yeah. Finn
Yeah,
grew,
I like a little bit.
yeah, Finn grew a bit darker. Like he got kind of like, you know, he wasn't the happy person like he was in season one, two, and three. Like season four,
Mm-hmm.
five, and on, he was like much darker.
Because he had
Although,
one arm, man, and I remember he had that grass arm.
yeah, yeah, the grass arm. Um,
Mm-hmm.
because he was betrayed by his father.
That's
Um,
crazy. I didn't know that's how he lost his arm. Because
yeah,
I would be livid. I'll be
yeah.
like, oh, my only purpose in life is now to take one of my dad's arms.
I mean, but
Like
Finn
he.
Finn has always had that sense of nobility, so Finn wouldn't do that, you know.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there
The
was a time when he was going dark though. I think he had like one of them arms was like causing that man to go evil.
hmm
And I think it might have been the grass arm that was making him go evil, but I can't remember.
yeah. So anyway, Finn and Martin briefly reunited when Finn helped save Ooo, from a comet and
Mm-hmm.
some supernatural force that would have forever changed Ooo. And Martin went with the comet and entered a new stage of consciousness. And Finn said
Mm.
goodbye with a midst of, disappointment and acceptance.
Okay. Okay. Well,
So yeah, the last
yeah.
thing
I
about
okay.
Finn is that when Finn returned to Ooo, he refocused on being the hero that the world needed. He reestablished his friendship with the Flame Princess after he left the Flame Princess, and then the Flame Princess overtook her father. And he
Mm.
eventually began dating Huntress Wizard, a cool and confident forest elemental. Do you remember her?
Hmm. I don't remember her. Mm-mm. I feel
So
like this is
she,
around the time I started to fall off of Adventure Time.
okay. He
Yeah.
was also content with a copy of himself being formed out of the time paradox that cursed the Cynthia Blade arm by okay. This is kind of a long story. He was also content with a copy of himself being formed out of a time paradox and a cursed sentient blade made of grass called fern. So the blade arm, like the grass arm that was on his that replaced his arm, it
Mm-hmm.
got cursed, fell off, turned into another version of Finn.
Okay. I do remember Fern. I do remember
Yeah,
seeing like Finn and Fern being a thing.
yeah. And then
Um, can we talk
uh
about well, as soon as you're done with Finn, can we talk about Ice King and Marceline? Because I feel like they have the saddest story, man.
yeah, they do.
Because
Um
when I first started watching, I hated the Ice King, but then I saw like some of those backstory episodes where like um Simon, who would become the Ice King, has like the crown. Did they just survive the apocalypse, or did they escape from the human city? Well, what happened with them?
Simon and Marceline, so you mean like in the past, right?
Yeah, yeah. In the past, like how did they? Because I don't think Marceline was always a vampire, was she?
So let's start from the beginning.
Okay.
Marceline, okay. Simon, when we meet him, Simon is the Ice King, and he is this guy who is dead set on taking the princesses and loving the princesses and making all the princesses his girlfriend. So this is Cloud Princess, Bubblegum, Flame, all the princesses, making them his girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and nobody um in Ooo actually likes him because he's evil. He's surrounded by penguins. He's surrounded by ice, and he is weird also.
Mm-hmm.
He he's really really weird. um, it turns out. Oh, let me talk about Marceline. Marceline
Mm-hmm.
is the vampire queen. Um, and she has the powers of the vampire, so she has to suck blood. Does she suck blood or does she suck the color
I think she
red?
sucks the color out of people.
Yeah, yeah.
And
She
is it
sucks.
only the color red, or is it all colors?
I think it's red. I
Mm-hmm.
think
Mm-hmm.
it's red. So Marceline becomes the vampire queen. What happens was uh okay, let me scroll back up because I had this note. Okay. Simon, who is the Ice King, met Marceline, the Vampire Queen, when Marceline was a young child, like about 4 or 5.
But was
And
she human though?
I don't think so, because she has those teeth.
Okay.
So I think she was a demon then, because she has those teeth.
Think
So
she's always been a vampire?
I don't know.
Okay.
Because during her time with humans, she used her demonic power to kill vampires, discovering that with every vampire king, she gains supernatural power. This culminates
Oh.
in the fight with the vampire king, who bites her, finally turning Marceline into a vampire. So she was
Oh,
turned
okay.
into a vampire by the vampire king.
But she was
Um,
born a demon.
I think she was born a demon.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Um, Yeah, I think she was born a demon because she always had those teeth, right? Yeah.
Sure.
Anyway, what are you saying?
Oh, I said sure because I don't know.
Um, so what happened was Marceline and the Ice King, the Ice King used to be a archaeologist named Simon Petrikov, and he discovered the ice crown, which gives him his ice powers, and
Hmm.
eventually goes insane from his frequent use. So like the longer he has the ice crown on his head, the longer he, the more insane he gets until like there's no turning back. So after the
Okay.
Mushroom War, which was the catalyst for turning Earth into Ooo, Simon
Hmm.
traversed the planet until he runs into Marceline as a child. So, so he finds her by herself and acts as a father figure and takes care of her until the crown erases all trace of Simon, leaving Marceline stranded. Yeah. Um, So if you watch the miniseries Stakes, it gives an expanded backstory for Marceline.
The miniseries called Stakes.
Yeah. So what happened, and this is the answer to your question. Marceline is a half human with her mother being
Hmm.
Elise and her demon father being Hunson Abadur, the ruler of the Nightosphere. So she's half and half. But I
Okay.
guess
Okay.
that's not good to say. She's uh
She's half and half.
But I mean, people who are like bi-cultural don't like you calling them half and half. I'm not gonna call her milk.
What was she? She 35, 85? Like, we don't know the statistics. Let's go, man. It's a cartoon.
Okay. So Marceline travels with her mother across the apocalyptic world, like when she's real young,
Hmm.
until Elise falls ill and passes away. So
Okay.
some of this was in This is Lands Obsidian. Shortly after her mother's passing, Marceline meets Simon, and it picks up where an episode of the original series left off. So
Hmm.
in Obsidian was like 5 years after Adventure Time, and they first met in season one, episode. Hold on, it was up here. Season one, episode 12. And then 5 years after the end of that series was the little short stories from people from characters in Ooh. And then that's where you find out where um more of Simon and Marceline's
Hmm.
backstory. So like, is she your favorite, Marceline?
I like their dynamic, the Simon and Marceline dynamic.
Yeah.
Because they're like super close. They were, he like raised her and then he goes crazy, but then she still like invites him to like hang out with her and Finn and Jake. And Finn and Jake are like, why are you inviting the Ice King here? It's like when it's like growing up when you got that one, you're friends with somebody who has that one weird friend and they
Yeah.
always invite them to hang out. You're just like, bro, this man is weird. What are you doing?
Yeah, the whole story of Simon and Marceline, it is extremely sad.
Mm-hmm.
It is so weird because everything around this story is like happy-go-lucky and Princess Bubblegum and Candy's talking and a goose that rhymes. And then right here in the middle of it, I actually don't think that if you are young enough, you can understand it. Because this isn't
Mm-hmm.
Toonami. This came on in the afternoon at 5 o'clock when kids are
Right.
coming home.
This is high kid time. Yeah, this is definitely a kid show.
This is a kid show, and then these shows are like 11 minutes, so it's definitely kid show because kids don't pay any attention. So it's a definite kid show. But then right here in the middle of it is
Mm-hmm.
this story about this little girl who gets abandoned, this guy who picks her up, and then while he is picking her up and taking care of her, he is going crazy, slowly
Mm-hmm.
crazy, and until he eventually abandons this little child to go do whatever he wants to do with these princesses. So extremely sad story, and yeah, yeah, it's very sad. It's very sad. Um, yeah. Whew, sorry.
Mm.
Anyways, Marceline's girlfriend is Princess Bubblegum.
What?
You didn't know this?
I didn't, man. I told you I fell off Adventure Time. So
Yes.
after my man Jake tried to holler at Bubblegum, and I know he tried to holler at Marceline too.
Hmm.
They just like, oh, bump that, we gonna get together ourselves.
I
That's
don't I don't think that Bubblegum was actually considering Jake. Because Jake's
probably
a
not.
child.
Probably not, but still, like, still hurt his feelings.
I mean, I guess. Marceline is more Bubblegum's age. And that is the right thing to do. Princess Bubblegum and Marceline actually kissed in the last episode of Adventure Time. It was brief. It wasn't supposed to be in the show. The producers put it in. I mean, the showrunners put it in, and um, this kiss caused the show to be banned in Kenya.
Wow.
Yeah,
They said they don't do that gay shit.
yeah, they don't. Some fun facts about Princess Bubblegum is that Princess Bubblegum has half human DNA and half candy DNA. Now, how does
That's
candy
crazy.
have DNA? I don't know. But in the land of Ooo, you
It's
do have.
Adventure Time.
Yeah, exactly. You have Candy just walking around, and she's the princess of the candy. So she's literally a candy elemental. She can conjure candy and all that stuff from her hands, but she's a scientist who doesn't believe in magic. So anytime you
That's
see her,
frustrating. That's
yeah,
frustrating to hear because bitch, your whole existence is based on magic.
yeah, anytime you hear her, or see her, she's usually in her lab working on things.
But
Like
you
in
know
her,
what? I used to watch the show and I would hear her say, like, oh, I don't believe in magic. And it never hit me until you said it just now. I'm like, oh, yeah, she doesn't believe in magic. Makes complete sense.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So, yeah, and her butler is like this supreme
The Candy Butler.
arcanist. You
The
said
Candy
he's a,
Butler?
yeah, the peppermint.
Peppermint Butler,
Yeah,
yes.
peppermint butler.
And what is he?
He's like the supreme arcanist spiritualist of the magical realm of Ooo. Like he does this secret.
I need to watch the Adventure Time again. This shit is good.
Yeah, yeah. 11 minutes and you don't see it because they put so much silly stuff in between. Like they put so much silly stuff in between that you don't even see it. Um, her unicorn, which is not a her
Rainbow Unicorn.
rainicorn, which is a unicorn, but it has a long body like a rainbow.
Hmm.
Um, she communicates with her rainicorn in Korean.
Oh, Korean. Okay,
Mhm.
I always thought it was Japanese.
No, it's Korean. Let me ask you, do you like other anime? Like, Chinese anime and Japanese, not Japanese, Korean anime?
Mm. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've watched some. I watched shit, Kingdom. Ain't that one Chinese? That one was good.
Kingdom. What's that about?
About these like it's like the Warring States period of China, like the five great armies.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Wu Shu Wei.
Yeah, you were talking about that. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I don't like Chinese anime
Mm.
because the talking is so weird. and, and I
You trying to
guess
say
this
Chinese
doesn't
people sound funny? Is
no, and
that what you trying to say?
I guess this doesn't make any sense because Japanese sounds weird, Korean sounds weird, everything sounds
Mm.
weird if you're not
Mm-hmm.
English.
Mm-hmm. Because you don't
But
speak none of one of those languages.
exactly, but Chinese sounds weird to me. I mean, yeah, all of it sounds weird, but I just can't get into Chinese anime.
Mm.
Um, so the Ice King has a crush on Princess Bubblegum, has a crush on all the princesses.
Does he really have a crush on all these princesses, or is he just
I'm
a
gonna get into
maniac?
it. I'm gonna get into it. He has a crush on all of these princesses because he used to call his ex-fiance princess. So he's searching for the ex-fiance. Um, and as he's searching for her, he just remembers princess in his while he's going, you know, manic maniac. Manic?
Mm-hmm.
I guess he's a schizo. I'm trying to use psychology word, but I'm not a psychologist. But he's going manic, and he remembers princess, so he starts to kidnap all the princesses because he used to call his ex-fiance princess. So that's why he does that to the princesses. Um,
So he's just looking for his dead wife, I imagine.
yeah,
Dead fiance.
yeah.
Yo, his story just keep getting sadder and sadder.
Well, she isn't dead. She was just lost, and she
Okay.
she comes back for a minute and then elevates to godhood.
What about
um
Simon?
what about Simon?
Like, yeah, like she like she comes back and he becomes sane. Like, what are we talking? Like, what's going on here?
So he does take off the crown, and he does like all of this stuff gets out of his body. All the craziness gets out of his body.
Mm-hmm.
And
He dies because he's a regular human and he wouldn't have lived that long
no,
without the
he
crown.
he he goes on to live in Fiona and Cake to be a 90s museum curator in the world of Ooo. So he's using all
Wow.
90s
Wait,
technology.
so Fiona and Cake also live in the land of Ooo?
Fiona and Cake is a figment of Ice King's imagination. Look, it's a lot. It's a lot. So you gotta watch the show. Fiona and Cake is a figment of Ice King's imagination, and they come out of Ice King's body. Because there was this thing, this celestial who could grant wishes, who was like 2D and who like was on the
Mm-hmm.
walls and stuff. He was
Mm-hmm.
supposed to make an alternate universe, but he made an alternate universe and then he put it inside of Ice King's body. So Ice
Mm.
King was always writing stories about Fiona and Jake because they were living these stories in an alternate dimension inside of his mind. Are we talking about Attack on Titan right now? I don't know. But
I don't know if I want to watch Adventure Time no more.
I mean like all of this extra stuff was shown with the HBO Max series, which was Distant
Mm.
Lands and Fiona and Jake, Fiona and Cake. Because like it really does seem like Adventure Time was for us as we were kids, and we were
I was never a
growing with.
kid with Adventure Time. I was an adult.
Me neither. Me neither. And we were growing with it and
I wasn't
whatever.
grown with it. I was grown.
But then
I
as
didn't
we
understand.
you didn't understand what's happening. But then as we evolved, we need a more complex storyline and more
It's
uh
not complicated enough.
it is really. It really is. Um but yeah, Fiona and Jake are figments of Ice
Fiona and
King's
Cake.
mind, Simon Petrikov, who was long in the last carnation in Fiona and Jake. He's no longer Ice King because at the end of Adventure Time, he took off his crown, the craziness got wiped out of him, and his ex-wife came back and was elevated to godhood. So,
Where was she off? What was she off doing for so long to where as soon as she come back, she becomes a goddess?
I don't know. Let me see.
Okay. Don't let's not worry about it then.
Yeah, yeah. Um, okay, so yeah. A human turned wizard woman. Her name is Betty. Oh yeah, her name is Betty.
I don't remember this
You
at
don't
all.
you don't remember her saying him saying Betty all the time?
Not really.
But yeah, her name was Betty. She was a really, really, really big plot point. Um, yeah, so she got elevated to godhood. Anyway, back to Princess Bubblegum. She can give life to food. And she has a lot of counterparts because there are a lot of alternate dimensions in the Land of Ooo. So like there'll
Mm-hmm.
be an alternate dimension with Finn and Jake doing this and Finn and Jake doing that. So in Finn and Jake's alternate dimension, which is Fiona and Cake actually live in the real world. No magic whatsoever. They never heard of magic. Fiona rides a bus. Cake doesn't talk at all or walk or do anything. Cool. And Fiona is a man who runs a bakery shop, and
I
Marceline.
thought Fiona was a woman.
No, I mean in the alternate dimension.
Bubblegum Princess.
Yeah. Oh shoot. Sorry. Bubblegum Princess is an alternate. I'm confusing myself.
Bubblegum Princess in the alternate universe is a man who runs a bakery.
Yes. And Marceline in the alternate universe is a black guy who is voiced by Donald Glover.
Hmm.
Um, so of course I remember their coming out scene when they both discovered that they're gay. The Marceline figure is talking to his mom, and he's like, and the mom
Wait.
wants
So the magical Adventure Time characters went to this real world alternate dimension inside the Ice King.
no, they didn't. They didn't even know about it because it wasn't supposed to be known about.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, so the Marceline character, she or he was talking to his mom, and she wanted him to really talk to the investors for this bakery.
Mm-hmm.
And uh, the Princess Bubblegum character was like, "You don't have to do this if you don't want to," because he really didn't want to be a part of that society. And they read
Mm-hmm.
into the elevator, and as the doors were closing, they kissed, and it was so cute.
The Marceline character and the alternate Marceline character and the alternate Bubblegum character.
Yes, it was so cute.
Oh, because they're both men. Okay, cool.
Yeah, 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 and they had sex. They
Wow. I didn't see that coming.
yeah,
Like
it's
on the
their
elevator?
no, in their room.
Oh, like
um,
so but they're not made of candy and the other one's not a
no,
vampire.
they're made of flesh and blood,
Okay.
and they definitely were waking up in bed together. I remember Donald Glover's character had no shirt on, abs were rips, and I was like, oh, so they just okay.
So isn't there a Fiona and Cake show?
Yes, there is a Fiona and Cake show. That's what I was just
It
talking
sounds like
about.
it's gonna be boring if they live in the real world and just do regular shit, like try to get loans for a bakery.
So in the Fiona and Cake show, you find out about the um the Fiona and Cake world being inside of Simon Petrikov's mind. And the reason
Mm.
why it doesn't, I'm telling the whole show. Okay,
Tell it. It's
the
already
reason
out.
why
Tell
it
it.
doesn't have any magic is because the magic in Simon was sucked out of him when Betty sucked out the craziness.
Mm.
Yeah.
So
So
before then it had magic.
yes, before then it had magic.
So
But
the people inside the world, they know like, oh, one day the magic just left?
no. They don't know anything about the before time.
Mm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
you know.
So what's the premise of the Fiona and Cake show? Like they trying to figure out
So,
get
so the premise is Fiona wants something more out of her daily life.
mm-hmm.
And one day, Kate jumps into a portal, and Fiona follows her. And it goes on with them actually hunting down, they're looking for the magic again. So they're hunting
Mm-hmm.
down the another ice crown in alternate dimensions, while the law, the intergalactic, interuniversal celestial law is
Yeah,
hunting them down for not being real
where they're supposed
figures.
to be.
Yeah. No.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Finn went dimension hopping all the time, but they weren't supposed to be actually alive because another celestial figure made them up, and he hid them in Simon's mind.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
But
really good.
okay. For me, at that point, it's like we exist now. Like the thing made us.
Yeah.
They put us here. Like we exist. Like we real.
Yeah, well, not I mean, not now. It's a good show. It's a good show.
You
But yeah,
say so,
we have
man.
talked about everybody now. Let me see. We talked about Finn, we talked about Jake. Um, oh, there's one thing I wanted to talk about. In the series, the actual series, there's a lot of things that are um like the real world, and there's a lot of things that aren't like the real world.
Mm-hmm.
So in the series, that came after Adventure Time, because there was Adventure Time, Disneyland, and then Fiona and Cake. So in distant worlds, distant lands, they just went through
Mm-hmm.
all the characters. And in this series, it was revealed that Jake the dog, who was Finn's lifelong companion, his best friend, and his brother, actually died of old age.
And Fiona and Cake.
No, no, in distant lands
Oh,
where
then
they went through
who's
like the
Jake been running
different.
around with then?
He doesn't run around with anybody.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
yeah. So he dies of old age.
Why doesn't he run around with one of Jake's kids? One of the Rainbow Dog kids.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but
Hmm.
is in. So that happens in distant worlds, and then it shows him in Fiona and Jake. Just by himself. He's much bigger and buffer. He's been working
Mm-hmm.
out, but his mind's kind of gone. It's not the
Mm.
same type of Jake that we had in the past. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's a different Jake, but it does show that he died of old age. Um, he was about around 40,
Mm-hmm.
in dog years though.
Yeah,
That
that's
would have been,
old.
yeah.
That's an old dog.
Yeah. So, Demarcus, let me ask you this. Do you think that you are going to go back, pick up where you left off, and continue on with the Adventure Time saga?
Am I gonna pick up where I left off? Hell no. I don't remember. I don't.
Why?
I don't remember where I left off. So if I go back to Adventure Time now, I'm gonna go back to the beginning, and
Okay.
then I'm gonna have to like. I'm gonna do my best to like watch as much as I can to get to an interesting part. And when it's not interesting, I'm gonna just leave it alone.
I mean, I mean, it stays interesting.
Excuse me. I don't know because I've tried to watch Adventure Time from the jump before, and it just was boring.
Ah,
Mm-hmm.
okay, okay. Um, so me talking about what comes after Adventure Time, Distant Worlds, and Fiona and Jake, that wasn't interesting at all. Like when I
Fiona
show
and
you that
Cake.
it gets to be more adult, that's not interesting at all.
I mean, that does sound interesting, and I do want to see that. But it's I gotta get. I don't want to jump to that part of the story. I gotta, I gotta watch it. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm.
gotta watch it unfold.
Yeah, because as you see, there's a lot of backstory with Adventure Time, with
Mm-hmm.
lemongrass and
Lemon
uh,
Grab and BMO
yeah,
living reckless.
Bimo.
Like BMO's the video game, the living video game. He just like snatches batteries out and follow some other ones. I'm like, bro, if you miss, you dead.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. I will say it's sad what happens to Bebo in Fiona and Jake. It's really
What
sad
happened
what
to
happens to him.
BMO?
Uh, I don't want to say. I don't want to say. I want to leave you in suspense. I want to leave you in suspense. And come right
Now I gotta
back.
look it up.
And come right back. I mean, it's on the internet somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's come right back. Since we're still thinking about Simon and Marceline, and
Mm-hmm.
let's come back for everybody's favorite part,
All right.
questions. And we're back with more Black Geek Energy. Remember, you can ask us a question by sending it to Black Geek Energy on Instagram and TikTok. You can email it to blackgeekenergy@gmail.com. You can tweet us at BGE underscore pod on Twitter. Or if you know us, you can just text me and we can read on the podcast. Anyways, here is I went through the mailbag and I found this question from Deary in Minnesota. And we had another one from Minnesota, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This question is, if you could attend any fictional school or anime or academy, and it says from anime, but I'm gonna open it up to any fictional school in
Mm-hmm.
fiction, which one would it be and what type of student would you be?
Mm. A fictional academy. And what type of student I would be? The ones that stick out of my head that come to mind first are the Xavier School and UA for My Hero Academia. But I don't think I would want to go. I definitely wouldn't want to go to the Xavier School. Do I have powers or am I just me?
I mean, they asked what type of student you would be.
Okay. I mean, I kind of want to go to UA, but like UA be going through shit. They be going through hell, man. So maybe I'll go to like Shigetsu, like the number 2 school, hero school, because they have a lot calmer life.
Okay.
And I'll be a student with powers. I mean, and I don't think I would be really pressed about like what kind of powers I have. I just want them to make me great. Like make me like Lemillion, where like my power in and of itself ain't that great, but you know what I'm saying, you can teach me how to use that joint and become a great hero.
All right. Um, Definitely not going to the Xavier school because Xavier is a creep and the Xavier school always blows up or has a hole in it. So I'm definitely not going there. Um, yeah, UA, it doesn't feel good when those kids be going through a lot. Like first year students, you have to go through that. Like there's a full third year that they could go for all that drama that the first you have to go through. I don't understand why first you have to go through that. Hogwarts, no. Harry didn't even get to complete his Hogwarts
He showed didn't.
tenure.
He a dropout.
Exactly. He's a dropout. So
Oh, wait, didn't he still become an aura though?
I think so.
How
Yeah.
you let that man become a cop? He ain't got no high school
I
diploma.
mean, he defeated the Dark Wizard, so
Did he?
um yeah. Uh what's another one? Oh, the school in uh Mashal? No, because those
Mm,
kids be trying to kill each other.
exactly.
And the teachers don't be doing nothing. I would probably go to Avengers Academy, which was this short-lived school. But the kids actually seem to get an education. It died because of Hank Pym, which is another controversial figure. It died because of Hank Pym, and it started because of Osborn's Avengers Initiative during his little run. So yeah, I
Mm,
think I would become or I think I would go to the Avengers Initiative Academy. You got to deal with some actual Avengers. You got to learn your powers. They, got to help you with your powers if you can't control them. So yeah, I
mm-hmm.
think I would go there. Avengers Initiative. And
Okay.
my power would be, I think that we all know that my favorite power sets are weather control and magnetism. But I've been thinking a lot, and my new favorite power is a power that this mutant from Mars has, um, who was on the inner circle in Mars, but she's not anymore. Her power is to always succeed at what she's doing. She always wins. That's what
Wow.
I want. I want to
All right, you take
always
talent.
win at what I'm doing. Yeah.
But other than that, she doesn't really have any power. She's like not super strong. She's not
No,
fast.
no. But
Other than
but
that,
but
she's like a regular person, right?
she's like a regular person, but you can't beat her. Like she could play the lottery, she could um, you know, bet on
Hmm.
stuff, she could play checkers. She always wins. Every argument, she's going to win. So that's where it becomes easily exploitable.
Hmm.
Um, because when Sunspot exploited her that one time, she got really upset. Like, don't mess with my power, son. But yeah, I think I would want to have her
Let
power
Sunspot
set.
exploit her.
So Magneto and this other person were fighting to the death. And
Hmm.
Sunspot basically fixed his word and his conversations to be like, I bet you that this person will win. And then she said, no, Magneto's going to, or something like that. And then Magneto won.
Oh.
Hmm. Hmm.
Huh.
So you have to be careful with who you talk to in situations like that. But I would want that power set.
Hmm. That's cool, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like it
Next,
will make life much less interesting, but something to do.
I guess.
All
All
right,
right.
question number two.
Next question is from Maven from Ohio. Maven asks if you could bring one anime character, and again, I'm going to open this up to any character. If you could
Hmm.
bring any fictional character into the real world to be your friend, who would it be and why?
Hmm. You go first.
I'm gonna say him. Magneto. Magneto.
But would he really be your friend though? Because Magneto is like living this revolutionary lifestyle where like he ain't got time for friends. He on the hunt. He on the job all the time.
Look, the qualifier of this question is to be your friend. So he would be
You ain't
my
gonna never see
friend.
you don't see this man once a year at random. He's just gonna show up at your house like at 3 in the morning, just like, hey, what's up, Jared? I know it's been a minute.
I get to see Magneto once a year. Are you crazy? That's like
He gonna
seeing
talk to you
Beyonce
for
once a
five
year.
minutes and then have to head out to the next disaster
I mean,
that he
that's cool.
probably causing.
All I know is that the world would be a better place.
I don't think so.
I think so. No more wars, no more nothing. The world would be a better place if Magneto was here.
Um, I don't want somebody that can actually be my friend. That I can actually hang out with, invite them to my birthday party and whatnot. Um, but I don't know who that would be. Let me think.
The guy
Ooh,
from Food Wars.
that would be dope. That would be dope. And just go over that man's house all the time. Like, hey, bro, you gotta cook to feed yourself, so you might as well feed me.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that'd be dope. I would probably pick Static Shock, Virgil Hawkins. Because I would definitely want to kick it with like another black dude that's like just got superpowers and whatnot. I feel like that'd be dope. Like, and we just talk about what it's like to be black, like his stances on like different atrocities or different kind of adversities that black people are facing. I feel like that'd be really fun.
Yeah, I think that you also would not see him but once a year. I think that the people who we choose have that over exaggerated sense of nobility that they have to
Mm.
adhere to.
Yeah, but I don't want to be friends with like Beat. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that'd be lame. I could be friends with a regular person.
I could see you being friends with. what's his name? I always forget his name. The guy from Bleach, the black guy from Bleach.
Chad?
What you say?
Chad?
Chad was his name?
I
No,
mean,
no, no, not Chad. Even though Chad is fine. But the one who was like a vice captain.
he was black?
Yeah. He was
Oh,
blind. He had
oh, he was a
dreads.
captain. He wasn't a vice captain. He was a captain. You
Oh,
talking about
okay.
Captain Tosin.
Oh yeah, Captain Tolson.
I feel like I could fuck with Captain Tosin, but like only sometimes because I feel like he be on like that real chill stuff. Like I go hang out with him and we finna meditate and drink tea for like 4 hours. And I'm like, that's cool.
I don't think Captain Tolson drinks. I think that he could. I don't think he drinks Hennessy either. I think he drinks a white liquor, and I think he drinks it in moderation. I think he's quiet in front of like people, but I think he's real chill.
You think he down to clown?
Yeah, or I think
Oh,
he's down to watch some clowning.
to watch some clowning happen.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I need somebody that's gonna like add to the vibes and not just be there experiencing the vibes. You feel me?
I guess. I feel like you need some wisdom in your life.
I am the wisdom in my life.
Are you?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, sir. All right, last question.
Yeah.
This one's coming from Terriana in Atlanta. I feel for you, baby girl, with that name.
It's a nice name. Don't be talking about people's
It is.
names.
It is real ethnic. I appreciate it. We from the
Wow.
same place. We got this. We fighting the same battles. All right, Terriana's question. Um, hold on, where'd it go? All right. She asked like, she says y'all have been watching cartoons all your life. She's been watching cartoons for all of her life. I think she's a little younger. She said, I ain't gonna put her age out there, but she says, are there any lessons or themes from like the cartoons, comics, from the stuff you watched that you have taken with you into adulthood?
Is there any lessons that I've learned from
Lessons, themes, slogans,
um
I guess. She just said lessons or like things, life lessons.
hmm, I guess, you know, one of the lessons that I've learned, if I'm going to learn any lesson from anime, is going to be to always expect the unexpected because it's going to
Mm.
happen. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
in anime, in um comics and TV shows, it's always expecting unexpected because you don't know. Like in Adventure Time, it's always expecting unexpected. Like it was unexpected that Betty would turn into a god.
Mm.
And then in Fiona and Jake, they would visit Betty.
Fiona and Cake.
Fiona and Cake, sorry, they would. Ooh, are, are, are you
You've been
mad?
saying it wrong this whole podcast, and you keep saying it wrong like you don't care. This is our job.
Fiona and Cake. Oh my God, my supervisor over here. Fiona and Cake. Um, they go to Betty for help on a celestial level. So no, that was totally unexpected. So my thing is to always expect the unexpected. That's what I've learned.
Okay, I like that. That's real nice. Um, I think mine is more uh closer to home, I guess. But what I have taken with me, I won't say what I've learned. What I've taken with me from like anime and stuff is believe in yourself. Because every anime we watch, like when the MC or the characters are believing in themselves, yo, shit happens. They making shit happen when they believe in themselves. When they're not believing in themselves, their whole lives falling apart. So believe in yourself and like the power of friendship, the
Oh
power.
my God, really?
Yo,
Really?
yo, how many anime did we watch where the power of friendship saved the day? How many? Countless. The power of friendship. and not and I'll say that not in the anime way, like where like, oh, just because you got friends, you gonna get the job you always wanted. Nah. It's more like, hold your friends near and dear. Like, keep your friends close. And when they're your real friend, you know what I'm saying, fuck with them. Because then you're actually gonna, you're gonna live a better life. You're gonna have like the better mental health, all that kind of good stuff. Like friendship is important. Is what I'll say. Friendship is important.
I hate the power of friendship.
But it's made so many anime.
You know what anime it didn't make?
What?
Attack on Titan.
It did not.
Because you believe in those friends, they gonna die. As soon as you start to believe in them.
Well, actually, as we saw at the very end of Attack on Titan, I won't say it. I won't. We'll bring it up later. I
I
won't
mean,
ruin
we've already said that
just
80%
in
of the
case
world.
there's somebody who hasn't watched it yet. I'll give you one more week to finally watch the Attack on Titan finales.
We already said 80% of the world got rumbled last
But I think
week.
there's one more twist that we can reveal, but we're not gonna reveal it. Got rumbled. But
Tell me the twisters. I missed it.
all right, I'll tell you after the episode. But
Okay.
damn, I forget what I was gonna say. All right, that's all we got, y'all. Bye.
Well, if all minds and hearts are clear, golly. Yeah, that's the end of the
It's a
show.
long one.
Please make sure that you sponsor. Well, I was online before you came on, so
Okay.
please make sure that
I'm
you.
looking at the actual time on the clock, so
I'm looking at it too. It says 2 hours, but I was online before you actually came on.
I'm looking at the time that says 8:45 on my
Oh,
computer.
oh,
What's
oh,
wrong with
okay.
my hey, bro?
I'm gonna need you to stop
Anyway,
screaming at me though.
you know you like it. Um, give give
Like,
him the tags, Jerry. Give him
no, I need you to love me
the tags.
and not scream at me all the time. Like you've
Give
been
him the
aggressive with
tags,
me
Jerry. Quit fucking around.
this whole show. I'm trying to talk about Adventure Time and like you've been aggressive with me. I didn't say
I
nothing
have not
about
been
your little leg being plopped up all or your little booty.
Jerry.
Well, your big
I'm
booty
starving. I
being
have not
popped up.
had my dinner, and
Okay.
somebody's gonna have to pay.
All right. Well, follow us on our links in the bio. Also support us. Go to our sponsor at betterhelp.com.
BetterHelp.com/BDE5.
Yeah. And if there's nothing else to say, we will see you next. Well, we're not going to record next week because the market's going to be away in Costa Rica. But then we're going to come back,
Mm-hmm.
going to record
On
2 more
vacation.
episodes left of this season, guys. So,
Two
yeah,
more episodes. 2 more episodes.
2 more episodes left of this season. I hope they're good. Anyway, bye on Black Geek Energy.
BGE out. All right, let's take a break to check in on our geeks. How are y'all doing? How are y'all feeling? How's your heart? How's your mind? Now, y'all have asked us about mental health before and what our feelings are on mental health, and I say that your mental health is just as important as your physical health, your spiritual health, and your financial health, your fiscal health. And therapy, a lot of times, is a bridge to those other things. And so our sponsor, BetterHelp, is here to help us with that and help you with that. And I know a lot of y'all don't believe in therapy. Y'all ain't got time for it. Can't nobody tell you how you feel. But that's not what BetterHelp is here to do. What BetterHelp does is that they have licensed professionals that help you understand why you're feeling the way you do and are able to walk you through those feelings and help you get to a better place or just to reassure you of where you already are. I'm in therapy myself, and I can tell you that it's working for me. So why not give it a try? You can go to betterhelp.com/BGE pod. That's beta gamma epsilon pod for 10% off and get started with BetterHelp today.